Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today I had to watch a movie for Film Club. For those of you who don't know, I am part of the Oneonta Film Club at SUNY Oneonta campus. And I joined recently and I've been doing these reviews usually on Saturdays or Sundays if I have time to watch them and review them, which is always. I just pushed back my schedule a little bit. And I watched movies for them and then we talked about them, which is really fun. If any of you guys are in SUNY Oneonta and you guys feel like joining it, send an email to Professor Felshow. I'm sure she'll love that. We are almost done with the season. We'll pick back up next fall, but I'm really excited about it because I'm having a great time in it. I'm actually really sad I'm not going to be able to make the last meeting, but don't worry, you're still going to get a review for it because I'm doing a review for the movie that we're talking about for the last meeting in, I think it's October. So, but we'll get there when we get there. But today we're going to be talking about Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs was released in 1991. It was written by Ted Talley and directed by Jonathan Demme. For those of you who don't know, first of all, it's a non-spoiler review. But essentially this movie's about a girl named Clarice Starling, who is an FBI student, and she is basically tasked with helping the FBI solve this case, right? We have Hannibal Lecter, Dr. Hannibal Lecter, who has been arrested for murder and eating people. And she's using him to find Buffalo Bill, who is a serial killer who has been skinning people alive, trying to make a woman's body so that way he can become a transgender without having to go through the necessary surgeries. Sorry, my brain lag was like, nope, don't know that word. But he couldn't get the surgeries because they wouldn't let him, essentially. So, this movie's really good. I was not expecting this movie to be good at all. I honestly I knew nothing about it. I knew it won a bunch of awards. Like, I knew it was going to be good. I didn't know I was going to like it. That's the difference. Like, you can like a movie that's really bad, and you can also, like, hate a movie that's really good. Like, people, for Aliens, I reviewed yesterday. A lot of people like Aliens. I didn't really like it that much, which is fine. It's just not my thing. Silence of the Lambs is a crime drama. I don't typically like crime dramas, so there's that. This is a very good crime drama. I'll give them that. It's really good. But it also has a lot of really interesting horror aspects and thriller aspects that I wasn't prepared for. It's not really that gory. There's a couple of bits where like, oh, that's kind of gross. But like for the most part, it's not very gory, mainly because it was made in 1991, and they didn't do like these giant gory movies like they do now, like Saw, which, by the way, if you guys are interested in the Saw series, I start that mid-May. But it's not exactly a horror movie, but it's not a thriller movie, and it's also not a terror movie. I don't really know what to put it except for a crime drama, maybe a crime thriller, whatever. I haven't read the book yet, so I haven't read the book, so I don't know. I can't give you a comparison on that. However, I may at some point read the book. Maybe I won't, maybe I will. Soon I'll have a video talking about The Devil All the Time, the movie and the book, and comparing them and digging deep into the relationships between the two books, the two media, I should say. I'll be doing that in the near future, so make sure you guys look out for that. I'm also currently reading Cherry, and then once I finish reading Cherry, I'll also have a comparison between Cherry and the movie and the book, so we'll see. But yeah, I wish I could explain it in more words, but it really is just a fantastic movie. The way that we get to see Clarice is through a really interesting eye, right? Like, when we watch this movie, we see it from everyone's perspective, but also we see most of the movie from her perspective, right? Like, one of the main things that I saw, that I noticed in the beginning of the movie, was when she entered the elevator, all of the men are wicked tall, and she's super short, and she's the only female in the elevator. And it gives us a perspective that she feels small, she feels insignificant, because most of the time the FBI are men, and women aren't typically, allowed to be the best FBI agents. So it's really interesting that we got to see those kind of things. They did a lot of camera tricks and a lot of really interesting cinematographies here that like helped you see Clarice for what they wanted you to see, because it's so easy to not like her, right? We could be like, oh well, she's just an FBI agent like the rest of them, but we wanted to have an emotional connection with her, so they decided to show that she is a female in an FBI world, which is hard for females. So I thought they did really good with that. I loved Hannibal Lecter. I really did. I loved his character. I really want to watch the next one. I've heard that the next one isn't very good. It's called Hannibal, but it's got Anthony Hopkins in it, so I'm like, I don't know. Sounds like it's probably pretty good. But I've heard it's not very good. There's also a third one, but that doesn't star Anthony Hopkins, so I don't expect that one to be good. And there's also Buffalo Bill, and I don't hate Buffalo Bill. I don't think he's the best villain, but I think he's okay. For what it's worth. I think that Hannibal Lecter is just overall just a way better villain, and the fact that we had him and Buffalo Bill in the same movie it kind of sloshed Buffalo Bill around. It was like, okay, well, we already had Hannibal Lecter, who I think we can all agree is probably worse than Buffalo Bill, and we kind of moved past him a little too quickly, I think. I think that maybe they could have lingered on Hannibal Lecter a little bit longer. I'm not going to make that a negative thing, though, because it's a movie, and at this point it was already 2 hours long, so I didn't expect them to do that, and I think it was paced nicely for what it was, which is a crime thriller, and I really liked it. I really did like it, and I really can't get over how much I like it. I wish I didn't like it. It'd be easier not to like this movie, because then I have to walk around and be like, oh, I loved Silence of the Lambs, I loved cannibalism, like, it's just, I feel like I shouldn't love this movie, but I really do. Especially considering I just don't really like crime dramas, and this is a really good crime drama. I really thought it was really great. It's spectacular. This is available on Showtime, if you guys have Showtime. I believe it's also on Hulu Premium, which Hulu Premium just gives you Showtime. So if you have Showtime, you can watch Silence of the Lambs, and at some point it'll probably be back on Netflix. I know it was for a while, so make sure you guys check that out if you feel like it. Let's talk about some acting. First, with Jodie Foster as Clarice Starling. Really good. I don't think they could have casted a better person. I really don't. I think she was really perfect. She's able to maintain an innocence because she's a female and we're supposed to view her as almost innocent, but she also has this air of just like badassery. You're like, wow, she could really kill a person if she had to. And it really is great. I think she's perfect. And the second one, I believe they cast, was it Julianne Moore they cast? I don't know how I feel about that because I just don't think it's going to be as good as Jodie Foster. I just don't. But Foster's really, really good here. I don't know what else she's in. I have no idea. But maybe in the future we'll watch more of her. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Anthony Hopkins as Dr. Hannibal Lecter was the best performance of the movie. He is scary. And I know him as Odin from the Thor movies. So, like, it's really weird. I'm sitting here like, oh god, Odin's killing people and eating them. But he really is horrifying. Like, nightmare fuel kind of weird crap, which is interesting because it's not a horror movie. This is a real thing that could happen, and so it's like that's really scary. And like young people that watch this that are able to understand it are going to not be able to sleep at night. Like I'm fine. I don't really have nightmares, but like if I were like 13, I'd be able to understand that this is a very awful person who's murdering people. And that would not feel good to me. So I feel like it's a weird balance between like really scary, but also if you're just watching the movie, you're not likely to be scared of him because he isn't that scary looking of a dude, except he doesn't blink ever, which is really scary. But whatever. I think he was really, really, really great. And I might watch Hannibal at some point. Probably not this year, but in the future I'll watch Hannibal with Anthony Hopkins as well because I'm interested in seeing how he portrays the character in that one as well. And Ted Levine as Buffalo Bill. I don't want to spoil a whole lot about Buffalo Bill because it's spoilers, but I thought he was pretty good. I don't think that his character is nearly quite as developed as Dr. Hannibal Lecter's, but I liked the reason that he was killing people. I know that I'm not supposed to do that, but like I think that it's interesting that serial killers always have a motive. They're like, okay, well, why is he killing all these people? Like, for what purpose? And why is he skinning them, for instance? And we learn that he's just trying to build a body for himself, which is honestly really freaking cool. Awful, you should not do that, but I like your motive, and I appreciate that there is a motive, because sometimes they're like, motive schmotive, you know, and then it's like, don't do anything about it, so thank goodness they did here, because that could have really made the movie fail. Overall, a really, really fun movie to watch. Don't watch it alone, don't watch it in the dark, because honestly, it's really creepy. It's creepy in a way that I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting to have a horror movie here, but I really had one. And it was creepy without jump scares, too. It was all just really solid, creepy stuff. Really fun to watch. If you have Showtime, check it out. And I'm going to go ahead and give Silence of the Lambs an A+. Almost a perfect movie, honestly. I really liked it a lot. I'll watch it again, and it's a lot of fun to watch. I wish I could explain it in more words, but I just don't know how to. It's really fun. Make sure you guys give it a watch. If you've already seen it, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I love talking to the community here, so make sure you guys let me know what you guys thought of it. And that's going to do it for me today. Please consider subscribing and liking the video. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.